We are heading to a game 5 now after the Hawks snatched the win last night. Now, this wasn't the most easy watch of basketball games. This was probably one of the harder ones, but the Hawks actually did what they needed to do, and they got the absolute gritty win to get over the line to force a game 5 against Melbourne. The Hawks, even though they were down Trey Kell to begin the game and then losing Sam Froling in the middle of the game from an Achilles injury, which is absolutely terrible. Get well soon, Sam. Hopefully you are back. Probably not the beginning of the season, but towards the end of next season, which meant Lockie Ulbrich had to play a lot more minutes than he's used to. Play like 25 minutes, which might be the most he's played all season. Will Hickey and Tyler Harvey both played over 30 minutes. Tyler Harvey almost played every single minute of the game. Pretty much did everything that they had to do. They was a very slow game. Like, they were just playing half court. They were just getting into the paint, doing what they had to do to get over the line and keep that lead. And then Melbourne, on the other hand, they should have got the win done. They had every chance to. Their shots just were not falling, especially in the first quarter. When you think about it, they were down 2-10. Like, it took them 7 minutes to get a second bucket, which was crazy. But to still be leading into the halftime, and it was a very low scoring game, like 80-71, which does not look like a Illawara Hawks like scoreboard. Delhi is still proving that he's the MVP of this series so far. Like, everything he's done has helped Melbourne like the most positive way. It's just everybody else hasn't stood up the way that they've needed to. And Chris Goulding, even though he had 16, 17 points, it felt like he was very quiet. It felt like he was missing a lot of shots that he would usually get. He was, I think, 5 from 16 from the field, which if you're the Illawara Hawks, you would take that 100% of the time. And let's just say he was very lucky he never got a technical for that flop. Like, he got a flop warning, which he deserved, but he definitely deserved a couple more flop warnings, like at least one technical. But then again, both teams were doing stuff that probably should have warranted a couple more fouls. Like, it was definitely a war out there. But we're also continuing the trend of every away team winning this series so far. So if that's the case, then Melbourne, you should be feeling pretty good right now. Like, you've won both times in Illawara and you've looked good while doing it. The Hawks are missing Sam Froling now. Trey Kell should be back by then. Shea Ely should also be back by then. So this is going to be a very interesting game. It's also going to be tough to decide. Well, Melbourne should feel more confident knowing that the fact that they don't have to deal with multiple centers. They don't have to deal with Sam Froling, even though he was a negative. Like, his on-off numbers were a negative, which somehow he was, even though he's always been one of their better players. So let's see how this goes. Who do you all have winning the championship? Who's winning Game 5? I think the Hawks might somehow steal the win.